What's going on, everybody? It is Marshall Monkey here, and I know what you guys are thinking by the title. What is this video about? It's about Cartoon Network and how they have failed. So I've been wanting to make this video for a long time, but I've never had time to do it because I've been so busy with bonus videos, with the reviews, with the movie reviews, with the vlogs, it's just been so crazy. And I was thinking, I need to make a video about Cartoon Network and how much I hate them. I hate Cartoon Network. Now, don't be mad at me, because it's not great anymore. Cartoon Network has just been so bad. You have shows like Clarence. You have shows like Uncle Grandpa. You have shows like Steven Universe. Well, Steven Universe is still bad, in my opinion. It's not that... It's actually pretty good. I actually really like it some days. Sometimes I don't. You have shows like Uncle Grandpa, We Bare Bears, Clarence, that are just so bad. I mean, it's like, why? What's the point? And so let's go back all the way when we had the good Cartoon Network. Okay, so I think what happened is that there was a president of Cartoon Network, right, who did all of the shows that were upcoming. And so he was, the president, right? But I guess he stepped down or something happened, retired, I don't know, and there was a new president. Well, now, and it's also the age of generation, where things have just been so stupid. Like, back then, it used to be so smart, and writing used to be really sophisticated for cartoons. These days, it's just gotten so stupid, because you think that kids are so young that they don't understand cartoons like, Justice League, or Young Justice, or Star Wars The Clone Wars, or, any smart cartoon that's ever been on Cartoon Network. And same thing goes for Disney XD, same thing goes for Nickelodeon, and Nicktoons, and all that stuff, except for, actually, I think, in my opinion, the best cartoon on TV right now is Star Wars Rebels, and that is Disney XD. Star Wars The Clone Wars was legit the best cartoon, maybe with Teen Titans and, Justice League, all that, Star Wars The Clone Wars is one of the best cartoons of all time. So for Disney to continue and make Star Wars Rebels is amazing, because that's what we need. We can't have all of these horrible cartoons. So let's go back to Cartoon Network, where they have horrible shows. And I don't know why, but the generation, and people just think kids can't understand sophisticated cartoons anymore. When I was a child, I was watching things like The Batman with Rita Romero and Kevin Michael Richardson. I was watching things like, Star Wars The Clone Wars, for example, with James Arnold Taylor, I think he was in that show. I can't remember for sure. But I was watching him with all those people in that cast and all of that. I was watching even, I know it wasn't on Cartoon Network, I was watching, Batman the Animated Series. I was watching Code Lyoko, which is not from Cartoon Network, it's actually over in France, but they got transferred to Cartoon Network. I was watching, so much sophisticated cartoons that I love them, and to this day, they're a part of me, because that's what I've watched as a child. Those are the voices I hear from the characters that I, know, from all the Star Wars, the Clone Wars, set me up, and I love it. And when Season 6 came out on Netflix, I ignored everybody to watch that season. I just watched it back to back to back to back to back. I was so excited that it came out there. So for that to be a part of my life is something I love, because I'm a cartoon freak about it. And you know how it is these days? It's so hard to find good cartoons on the internet these days, unless it's Netflix that have had these cartoons added on there. Although, let's be honest, Netflix has been horrible about adding things on. They add on things every, 2 or 3 months. And then when they don't, when they add it on frequently, it's just stuff that no one wants to watch. Unless, you get into that. But I hardly ever watch anything they put on there. Because, what? And then Hulu straight up dropped all of their young viewer programs. They dropped Nickelodeon. I haven't really checked in a while. But one day I went on there to watch some Nickelodeon because I was getting bored. And they just dropped, 3 or 4 shows. Not seasons, shows. They just dropped them. And the only one thing that's left on there is Drake and Josh. But that's a good thing. That's the only thing that's great. But Cartoon Network, we had shows like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. We had shows like, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. We had shows like Courage the Cowardly Dog. We had a legacy. We had Powerpuff Girls with Tara Strong. We had Young Justice. We had Star Wars The Clone Wars. I can go on and on about how many amazing shows we've had. So the reason why I truly wanted to make this video today is because I had heard some news that Netflix, since they've added Young Justice Season 1 and 2 on Netflix, is that it's possible, but it's a slim chance, but it's possible Netflix could pick up for Season 3. Jesse McCartney, haven't seen him do anything except for Young and Hungry, and I don't even know if he's on there. I need to continue watching that. I haven't gotten in it for a while. I love I can't even talk. I'm so, like, mad. I love Emily Osment. I love Jesse McCartney. I love them together. I think the show is awesome. I love everybody on that show. So I got to get back into that. But Jesse McCartney, other than that, I don't know if he's doing music right now or not. I did buy his song about last year or 2 years ago. I can't remember his latest single. I don't know if he's doing any more music right now, but it's possible he can get back in there. And the rest of the cast, I think it's possible that they could be on there. And if not, the show has been gone for a long time. They could recast. Maybe a few, like the Wally voice actor and then Calder's voice actor, they'd probably have to come back. But all the people like Beast Boy and like all the people that they added on season 2 could easily be replaced. And it wouldn't be a big deal in my opinion. But the original people, yeah, they need that cast back. But everybody else, no. And then I think the co-creator of the show was actually speaking in an interview about Young Justice coming back. All he said was, I would love to be back. But he said it's above his pay grade, so, But he said that he would still come back, and he would still be on it, and he would still love to come back. So, it's possible. I think it's a very slim choice. Unless they can really negotiate with Netflix, they need to go beyond negotiation. Other than that, I don't think it's possible. I mean, I don't know. They've done crazy things before. They did Fuller House. Who thought that was going to come? I didn't. I definitely thought that wasn't going to be possible. And all of these rebooted shows are so trendy right now, but it's possible they could just say yes. I mean, they're I don't know. I just think it could happen, it could not happen. It's really just up in the air at this point. They need to negotiate, and if they say no, it's just a done deal. Young Justice is so beloved. Like, it's one of the best cartoons of DC that they've ever had. There's like Batman the Animated Series, there's, all those older shows, but of the current programming that they've had in the past few years, Young Justice is something that they have worked on. It's just such a great show that I would love it to come back. It's something that I think could work, and I think that they have a story to tell. So now we have shows. I bring you back. I tell you again. We have shows like We Bare Bears, Uncle Grandpa, Clarence, that are horrible. I can't even be in the same room as Uncle Grandpa. I need to turn it off. The show is stupid. It is pointless. It's just like, I'm your Uncle Grandpa. Like, no, what? When did cartoons become this? Like, we have voice actors. James Arnold Taylor, Tara Strong. We have these other voice actors that have been the origins of Cartoon Network. You're gonna throw all of that away for this programming that I don't even think matters? I don't understand. I don't understand why Cartoon Network has to be this way. I remember loving Cartoon Network because it was a sanctum. It was a legacy that you could arrive to watch some of the best cartoons of all time. I mean, obviously we don't have that now with there's still Boomerang that occasionally plays the Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, and all those awesome cartoons. But it's like we have things that are. We have cartoons. Bottom line, this is what I'm going to say. We have cartoons that are just bad, and I think that Cartoon Network has failed. I don't think they can come up with anything that can save it. I think Star Wars Rebels, and I'm not saying that it's really bad, because we have Adventure Time. That's pretty great. I do think Adventure Time is really good. Regular show, not as good as Adventure Time, but it's there. Steven Universe, there's occasionally when it's on, I'll just be like, ugh, there's nothing better to watch, so I'll just watch that. And then Amazing World of Gumball, that's actually pretty great too. I watch that whenever. Sometimes I think it's annoying. I'm like, okay, I don't want to hear Gumball's Adventures right now. And then sometimes okay, let's turn on Gumball. I think I want to watch it today. But overall, Cartoon Network is not what it used to be. They ruined Ben 10. Let's be honest here. Ben 10 was so great with Tara Strong, and I understand that they wanted to do a sequel. They did Ben 10, Alien Force. I can't remember the name of the reboot or the continuation. I can't remember it. But then when they did Ultimate Alien, I was out of it. I was just like, you got rid of the whole point of Ben 10. What? No, I understood the continuation, Alien, or whatever it's called, but, I understood that part when they were older. But then when they did Ultimate Alien, I was like, what? No, that's pitiful. And then when they did Omniverse, I was like, did you just reboot the show? What? I didn't understand Omniverse. I hated it. It was like, why would you? I don't understand. Why? And then they ruined Ben 10. I don't know if they canceled Clone Wars or what happened to Clone Wars, but then they had to do the season 6 on Netflix? I don't understand that either. And then Young Justice was one of the best shows that they had. It did Blue Beetle, and then it did like all of this big storyline, and they're just like, season 2 finale, and we were super excited, and it was like, season 3's canceled. What? I don't, like, why? Why would you say that? Like, why? Let's be honest. So, overall, what do you guys think of Cartoon Network now and Cartoon Network then? Do you guys think that it should be, you know, and again, another thing I want to talk about, I almost forgot. Another thing I want to talk about, Teen Titans Go. Why? Why would you... We had the original Teen Titans that consisted of the A-list voice actors. We had Greg Sipes. We have, you know, Tara Strong, who's just my favorite voice actress of all time. And then we had some, I can't remember, Peyton, I think is his name. I don't know, who plays Cyborg. We had all those A-list, you know, voice actors doing this amazing show about these DC characters. And they are the reason why Teen Titans is as popular as it is now. And then you're going to give me the excuse of this mess? I love watching it occasionally because they are still DC characters, right? I mean, I'm going to tune in because they do have aspects of DC that make it a fun show. And I understand, because I was watching an interview with Tara Strong. I was like, okay, Tara Strong, you know, she has kids. She loves playing Raven. I understand why she would come back. You know, it's not the end of the world. It's not the worst programming ever. But it's just like, but really, Tara? Like, you know, that seems disrespectful to some of the fans who still love your original work. You were the one who made Raven. I mean, Raven was not that popular before you started voicing her, and now she's one of the most popular DC characters. Like, pretty much almost everyone knows who she is. So, I don't know. Like, Tara's the reason why Raven is who she is today. So, I don't know what the heck is wrong with Cartoon Network. They need to get their stuff together, or else I'm literally turning it off forever. Like, I just can't deal anymore. If they don't want to let go of those shows, then make a channel like Boomerang. Just make a channel where the old shows play, like Teen Nick or something. Like, just do the old shows. What's the problem with that? That would probably be really great. I would watch that all the time. So what do you guys think? Comment down below. Do you guys think the Cartoon Network has failed like I have? If you do, please comment. And then there's also a voting poll that you guys can take as well. Links are there to my other bonus videos. Links down there to my Twitter, Instagram, Vine, vlog channel, and Sim channel. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.